Oh boy.
50th minute goal by Vega. Then we had Shamar Nicholson's equalizer in the 65th, followed by Mr. Martin's lovely curler in the 89th
Yeah.
minute to make it 2-1.
Yeah.
I think Tapa lost it in a personnel change. Definitely, I think the initial tactics were right. I think he planned the game out correctly. I don't think he planned an end game.
Yeah.
You know, he didn't have an end game. He
Yeah.
just figured if I have, all right, what I have to do to keep this point? Don't just fling legs in there. I'm just gonna throw legs in there. Them man they fit. It don't even matter if them playing in a good position. Him fit. Him supposed to can do a good job.
Yeah.
But
let me run through some of the comments, guys. All right, so Alfred has said, well, that's harsh, Alfred. I won't repeat that one, but sometimes he can be. Tapa and his 80-minute substitute kill us every time. Boy, Donovan, the man open up the middle them for the man them come score for my brother. You understand? The man them shall allow Anthony Grant on the field. I don't know anybody else feel about that. Thanks for coming, Simone. It was fun. And you don't know that's how we're gonna lose from we'll start watch. So I'm gonna blame you. but we love you same way and thanks for coming. All right. 88 minutes and Tapa made no adjustments to hold on to the points. No, he made adjustments. He made adjustments to give Mexico the points. Tapa need to stop work against me, I'm joking, people. You know what I mean?
it was a
As
little
you
bit
come in, guys.
unfortunate because it was really just one unfortunate string of play. But that's all it takes in football,
Yeah, man. How can you take off experienced players and put on inexperienced players with a few minutes to go? Um, I don't say something wrong with the change, but the personnel level right. You
Right.
know, you know, I don't know nothing against thing there, but yeah, expect the man to play Anthony Grant role. And yes, Clive, his feet was tired, but him could have played for 5 more minutes. You understand? Him could have played for Clive said Fisher needs to get kicked out. I think it's a typo. He meant to say Fisher. We have to careful what we say, Clive, because we can't get demonetized and we can't, you know what I mean? Can't be disrespecting anybody like that, really. Yes, midfield was non-existent. Non-existent, and we don't play for each other. I don't think Tapa is pointing that out. You know what I mean? That we need to play for each other. You know what I'm saying? Guys, put your thoughts. Let's go through your thoughts on what you see. How can we improve? Um, we definitely have a chance to make up for it on Sunday. You know what I mean? Thank God for that. We were so close. You know what I mean? So close, but just bad decision making. I'm gonna even want to go up on a top of bashing.
Bashing, yeah.
Yeah,
We don't
yeah.
need that right now. Because in all fairness, it was a good showing. It was a good showing.
No, I'm disappointed. I'm
No, we
disappointed.
disappointing definitely, but are we embarrassed? No.
No, the scoreline wasn't embarrassing, but the football was.
I wouldn't say totally embarrassing. It's not like we were overrun. It was a few lapses in concentration that allowed for them to score.
Yeah, I think if we're going to take the next step to become the team that we need to be, we need to leg off some of the tactics of our approach. We can't be starting certain games with a negative tactic. You understand?
I see Alfred saying Mexico not good and don't think Mexico is a good team at all.
Mexico isn't the powerhouse that they
They
used to be,
used to
but
be.
they're definitely better than us and probably one of the top two teams in the region. You know
So
what I
Frank
mean?
said the team doesn't gel. It's like the defense, midfield, and forward is a team by themselves. I guess is what you want to say. It doesn't
Hmm.
look like a team.
And
Yeah,
that should not be the problem with this bunch of players. You understand me?
and that's another very crucial point. Miss McFarlane, not Miss McFarlane. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm telling you something, man. Tapa definitely has favorites. Come on,
Yeah,
see how Blair
it's
Turgot now
another
get around.
brilliant point. We don't look before the long passes. It's so true. Like That's why they kept passing to nobody. You
Yes,
know?
and we don't look to make ourselves available neither. I agree with you on that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, Simona said I'm always let down when we play. Yeah, it's starting to feel like that because I haven't seen since the Serbia game. I haven't seen a decent game from Jamaica.
Yeah. Nothing to inspire confidence.
Yeah. Big up yourself, Kurt. Saying Tapa needs to go.
I'm not so, in all
And it might
fairness,
be too late for that now, Kurt.
and I don't want to be calling for that right now, especially
Yeah,
given
it
the
would have put in
circumstances.
more problems.
And not only that, I mean, he didn't have the English based players. You know, you could. There's a lot of variables to lose 2-1 to the Azteca
Mm,
is 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 no is nothing to be ashamed of. You
yeah.
know, Marquette didn't have the fans in the stadium, but still, Azteca is one of the most difficult grounds, if not the most difficult stadium to play in the world. And
Um,
we almost took a point from them.
yeah, and that is why I'm so disappointed
Yeah.
because we got back the goal, and that was a major piece of it was luck.
It was our luck
You know what I
because it
mean?
was the same ineffective
Mm,
long balls that they made a mistake on.
yeah,
As a matter of fact, the two last goals, both theirs and ours, was from a mistake. So
yeah.
that is the narrative of the match.
Okay. Almost 50 people in the chat, guys. Smash up the like button, please. Thanks for joining us. You know what I mean? Um, Remember, leave your comments. Let's just discuss this. We'll stick around for a little while, and then we're out of here. All right. Ian Campbell is saying Blake needs to stop giving the ball away. Big up, Ian. You know what I mean? Always a pass through and a show thing there. What you mean though, Ian? Do you need like stop with the long balls or more build out from the back that needs to be done? You know what I mean? Um, more
876J,
people
you're
saying
absolutely
Tapa needs to
right.
go. Huh?
876J is absolutely right. At 1-1 in the 88th minute, we have to secure the point. You have
We
to.
have to.
Have to.
We have to. And it come back to what we said, like we did a thing there that we have to try to get if the point was on a platter and we dropped the platter. You know what I mean? You know, if you guys know what I mean by that. You know what I mean? Boy, it's disappointing. It's disappointing. We didn't embarrass ourselves, but we let ourselves down.
Yeah. Well
And I
said.
think, like I said, if we need to take the step to become one of those teams, I think we are settling for trying to scrape through when we have the talent to do better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rodney saying we always seem to lose the game in the last minute. Yeah, boy, kind of feel like the USA game again, don't it? Sefton Cummins said we lost the game when we took off Anthony Judge Grant. The team would be more organized and the ball would never come through. I believe that.
And you said that.
Yeah, I believe that. I was like from the substitution and make me I said no.
From
Yeah,
no, but you said it. From the substitution was made, you said that's it. Tapa is
yeah,
giving up the match.
yeah, Ian. Okay, Ian. Ian said build out from the back. I agree with you 100%, Ian. Me can't take the long ball, blast the ball up the field kind of football.
Building out from the back requires a lot of talent in midfield. Though. Do we
Yeah,
have that?
but
Or was that talent there present?
um, it should be because you're talking about players, even those that aren't playing in Europe, they're still playing the USA at a high level.
To do that against Mexico on an international stage in the Azteca consistently for
Like I
World
say, like I
qualifier.
say, you have to be willing to take that step up if you want to be one of those teams that are considered thing there. Because what you want,
What
try
I
to
want,
take
what
a
I
shot
want to
at the
do is
World Cup every time,
what I
and
would
and
have done
and
is what I think Tapa was trying to do, which was to play the way he knows how, very defensive, maybe get
mm,
something on a counter and play for a point. And he
um,
almost achieved that today.
yeah. Simone, the US versus El Salvador match ended 0-0. So the US left El Salvador with a point, which is what you kind of have to do when you're playing your away games. You know what I mean? Um, boy, But like I said, the upside of it though is we've played probably the most difficult fixture first.
If there was one team to lose to, this was the team to lose to.
Yeah, and now we're going to a game with a full strength team on Sunday at home against Panama. So if we do, we are in the position now where we have to win this match. You understand? If we do not win this match, we are out of luck. So
What almost don't count, Alfred?
we almost get come out with a point. It's true, almost don't count.
Oh, almost don't count, yeah.
Yeah, thank Tapper for that. Jay says he does not believe in building from the back with no extended training camp. The thing is, I don't think you have to teach these players how to build from the back. Most of them do it on a weekly basis for the clubs that they play for. That's at least that's what I believe.
Definitely is a must
Yeah.
win.
We need to stop with the notion that this is the worst Mexican team. No, we didn't say it's the worst Mexican team. We're just saying that they're not as strong as they used to be.
Yeah.
A Mexican team back in the day, the tactic they would have got were ripped up, and it would have been a lot more clinical.
Yeah, that would have been embarrassing.
Yeah,
With a
with a
Mexican team of
Chicharito and Vela and all of them Monday and the Santos.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Alfred is saying if we continue to play like this, we will never qualify. Um, what I'm curious about when I'm gonna jump off of the edge, I'm just curious to see if this was a tactic for this game. You know what I mean? If we go into, I don't expect we will go into the Panama game with the same kind of tactics. But if we go into Costa Rica doing the same thing, we're gonna be in trouble.
If Tapper smart, I think the second half formation when Fleming was on, when he made that substitution with Fleming, that is what I would go against with Panama.
Yeah.
Let's see.
No.
I
Hold
see
on.
that different. I'm not
Panama
really
different kettle of fish. Panama the big dog them they don't there wait for Panama. Panama them I get Kemar Roof and Mikel Antonio.
You think Mikel is gonna make that match?
Mikel is here. You haven't seen the
Okay.
TV?
I heard that he was playing. I didn't know he was
Mikel
here.
supposed to vex right now. Mikel supposed to say, I'm in a day after no losing, you know. And that the man is up on the radio today when I talk to Oral Tracy, you know. Mikel, Daniel Johnson, and Kemar Roof touching last night.
I'm not ready to crucify Tapa yet. Because I saw his tactics being implemented by the team. We could clearly see what he was trying to do.
Yeah.
Right? Which is a very good thing for a coach. When you can see a coach's ideas clearly being displayed on field, that's a good sign.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with you where he made mistakes.
I say yeah, no, because I listen to you, not because I'm agreeing.
Right. I think he made mistakes for the end game management. I think that is where he has to learn. He definitely doesn't have end game management. You know, how to see things through. You know, which play, you know, where, well, I'm wanting for the next match, but I forgot burn him like right now. Because you have to do a job for me, brother. You know, he might have to wait till the next foul call and you call him over and say, yo, bro, I know you're tired enough, but you know what I'm saying? I forgot and put in a shift for me.
What I can say to you is Tapa, brother, Paul Hall, I train some man, you know. Forgot to take on Panama. The pressure is on. If decide demolish Panama, I know. So Michael Ricketts are gonna look for you and start scratching my head. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's go back to some of these comments.
Big up, Kurt. Big up yourself.
Yeah. Big up gold pranks. Let me get back to your thing. Jamaica on a whole needs to change how we play football. Jamaica is more about energy than technical ability. Yeah, we need to change how we approach certain games.
Can we?
Definitely.
You know, everybody would love to say lovely, prettiful, technical football, but if you don't have the technical abilities, then
Big up Kurt from Sports Down the Middle. You know what I mean? Thanks for coming through, bro. Appreciate it. Yeah, man. Boss King said all Tapper really know what to do is play long balls forward. I hate that long ball thing, bro. Man, I get kind of tired of it.
Definitely.
We definitely it's we definitely need, even if we the thing is, I would rather see us not force the attack and play play a back pass than a long ball, to be honest with you. I'd
But
rather see us
I
retain the possession and recycle the possession and keep um blasting the ball up the field to the opposition goalkeeper. I mean, I know the
I
goalkeeper tennis thing.
I don't mind the long balls if I'm
Mm.
seeing some sort of result. I don't necessarily need to see a goal,
All right.
but is it making us keep position up the top?
Mm.
We're not seeing anything positive off of these long balls. Literally, the only thing positive that came out of the long ball was a mistake.
Yeah.
Right, the defender headed down to.
There's a tactic to a long ball, though, you know.
Of course, he's attracted to a long ball.
You need, when you play a long ball like that where you want to get into
You
the
need
box.
people to be pressure in the zone.
Yeah, you need your tall players to be able to take it down, and you need the guys around them to be close enough within 5 to 10 yards to pick up the scraps.
Right.
You understand? Um, our attack was so far apart from each other and so out of sync because nobody made a pass and then made the movement to receive, or you know what I mean, to be the option. None of
Right.
that never gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And then
Kurt,
even
I
if
gonna see, you know,
somebody
big
did
up
make a
yourself, Kurt.
run, the
Mm.
final pass was us. Poor.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Um, Diane, big up yourself, Diane. The guys, if we don't get to the comments, it's because they're coming in really fast. All right. Oh, whoa! Like I look at one for a second and then it disappears. All right. What Diana said now? Can we defend two goals scorer defense errors? I can't make out what you're saying there, Diane. It um kind of jumbled. Sorry. If you can rephrase it, I'll think that. Kurt said Tapo lost the game from the start. Yeah, I feel so too. We're not gonna call him a coward coming under. We can't underestimate the Mexicans, but I think he gave them way too much respect.
I think Dan is saying that you can't defend Tapa because it's two defensive errors that made the goals.
Okay, okay,
I
I got
think
you.
I'm assuming.
All right.
And that's so polished on my gibberish.
Yeah. Gold pranks. I said ugly football with bad results doesn't make sense. Make at least what make we can say we lost, but we were better than the side, and we can't even say that, bro. We had 20% possession, says Baskin. Yeah, it's pretty much been the average throughout the game. I think the highest we got up to was 24% when I was checking it because I kept an eye on the stats as well as the other games while with the run off the commentary. All right, guys, we're going to wrap up shortly. You know what I mean? Final thoughts. To be honest with you, this wasn't a game I counted as um a victory. I was really think that we'd have been lucky to come out with a point, which we're so close to doing. But I always thought that if we come out of the first 3 games with 4 points, it's not great, but it's not bad. You know what I mean? What you think on that? What's your thoughts on that, Wade?
Yeah, I
Before we wrap
definitely
up?
think you're right there. I think if it was any game to lose, this would be the one to do it.
Yeah,
I also I am happy with the team's ability to interpret the coach's instructions. Whether those
yeah,
instructions are correct or not is another story. But the
yeah,
fact that the team was able to do that shows that there is a good gelling, a good synergy, which is what we'll need going forward. And I am taking a lot of um, positivity from this result. Yes, I know Mexico is not the Mexico of old, but
mm.
we almost took a point away from there. And
Yeah. I'm not as positive as you do.
I
Um, like I never expect the victory. Start to cut you finish.
right. No, go
All
ahead,
right.
go ahead.
I never expect the victory, but I never expect. I feel like the tactical decisions let us down. You know what I mean?
I
And it's like what Kirk said. He hasn't seen much of an improvement from the Gold Cup because it's very similar to the USA match the way it played out.
I think we're trying to look for a type of play that we're just not geared to play.
No, I don't. I think we need to stop selling ourselves short. If we're going to go out and recruit all these players, and this is a serious thing now. If I go out and recruit these players, we can't keep coming with this tactic like we go into each game as like, yo, we are the underdog. You know what I mean? Yes, we are the underdog, but we can't go into the game playing like you want the man them for lose. Because you
But
set up the man them for be pressured constantly.
but none of the names that you really want to see, that you're excited about, was
Mm.
there. So
Yeah, but
we
this team
can't.
that's on the field, hold on, even before these names come in, Tapa beat Mexico with most of these players already. So
Right.
what is going on? You understand? What is
Yeah.
going on?
And
Why
maybe
has it
an
become
argument
so
could be made
poor?
it was a stronger Mexican side then too.
Hmm?
What is Jamaica style of play? From what I saw in the match, right? We tried to choke off the build up into
Mm,
our box. So we absorb the play into the
mm,
midfield, and then when it comes up to our box, we cut off the play and try to send a long ball to counter.
mm,
That is what I observed, Kurt, right? And
mm,
the patterns were clear, especially when Mexico's in their half. You could see a clear three-man press up front. When
mm,
it dropped down into the midfield, you see the people. They say the midfielders dropping into the defense to make like a back six. You
mm.
could always see those patterns. So that is a style. It's
Yeah,
not. I just think it's not the style of play we want to see as Jamaicans. I think we
yeah,
want to see a more aggressive, attacking style where we're putting passes together and taking it at the team.
yeah.
But we're not. But
Um,
I don't think Theodore thinks we can play that ball as a team. Not
is
at this high level required.
yeah. Um, and if that's my problem now. If he doesn't think the players can do it, or if he can't coach them to do it, step. You know what I mean? Um, but I'm not going to say fire him over this one. This one was an uphill struggle to begin with.
Yeah,
You know
man.
what I mean?
This was
But
another thing.
the performance concerns me. It's not so much the loss because it was always, you know what I mean. But the fact that we were lucky enough to get the equalizer. Come, I'm gonna say it plain and straight. It's not like we're deserving of the equalizer. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But we're lucky enough to get it. Yeah. So and then we just basically threw it away. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Kurt says Jamaica is known for speed, so we could start there. What's the best thing for speed, in my opinion, is somebody who can play a through ball. Did we play one through ball today? I think once we played a through ball up the wing,
And
and
the
it
one
led
that
and it led to a good chance that the final ball was poor,
poor,
if I
right?
remember correctly.
Yeah, man. That was
You know what I
one
mean?
push
So
through to
I agree with you there, Kurt. So if we say we're gonna use with talents, we're gonna use speed, we're gonna need midfielders who can play through balls. Because obviously we're not good at putting the ball over the top. We tried it all day today and it just never worked.
but we
You know what I
also
mean?
tried it. I know I'm going to come across as an apologist and I'm finding
Mm,
excuses, but we tried to put balls over the top with the greatest aerial team in the Concacaf.
mm.
So
Yeah,
it wasn't going to work.
yeah. It's a lack of like looking at your opposition because they study us. That's why.
I
Mm,
think no, but I think Tapa did some studying there too, right? I think
mm,
the fact that we didn't let them score in the first half was a
yeah,
very big accomplishment.
yeah,
When a team scores 62% of its goals in the first half and you stop
mm,
that from happening, that's a big deal.
yeah,
Especially when you had only 20% of the possession.
yeah. But we know we have the ability to stop teams from scoring. We do not leak a lot of goals. You
That's
understand?
true too.
We do not leak a lot of goals. I think especially when we have that combination of low and homeboy where they in Jamaica now, Liam Moore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the thing is, you cannot have a decent defense and have them constantly under pressure. Them are gonna crack at some point.
I agree with you there 100%. And that is why, as soon as I said Tapper has to change at the 60th, he did exactly that. And he did a double change at the 60th because he knew it couldn't hold anymore. So he did make good tactical decisions, right?
Yeah.
Because let's face it,
No.
If we had held this right through the 90th and held at points now, we'd be having a different discussion here right now.
But this is the same thing we're saying all through the match, because even when we scored, I said we were lucky to score.
That's true.
I'm just thinking long term, long run, and this is probably a discussion that we can have later during the week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we're definitely going to wrap up now because it's almost 11:30.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And disappointed, but like after it's settled in, I can say, boy, we move. You know what I mean? We move to the next game. Panama, we look ahead. So guys, just join us as we look to line up against Panama, and that one will be epic. You know what I mean? All right, guys. So thank you for watching. Wade,
Yeah,
we're going to make you say your final words, and then we're out of here.
Yeah, man. Thanks for joining us. Really appreciate the conversation. It was really good. Thanks for keeping us company.
Yeah, man. Thanks for being here, guys. Kurt, big up yourself.
Big up yourself, Kurt.
All right. Lola Boy. Sefton Cummins. You know what I mean? Diego. All right. Everybody else in the chat, thanks. Big up Simone. You know what I mean? She stayed with us the whole match. All right. So I'll see you guys the next time. Oh, guys, and before we leave, smash up the like button. And if you don't subscribe yet, subscribe. All right. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.